Hey, beautiful people. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Josie with Awakened Soul, and we're here for a reading about the person on your mind and the connection you share with each other. Today's reading is going to be all about the secrets they are keeping from you. So we're going to unpack a lot in today's reading, and I'm so glad you are here, by the way, and I hope you're having a great day or night whenever this reading found you. We're going to get started by unpacking our first spread of secrets. I'm going to bring exposure to what they're hiding from you. After we're done with our first spread of oracle cards, I will then dive deeper and get more details out using the tarot. Later on in the reading, we'll also get some channeled messages out from them to you. Those will be things that they want to say to you, but are not saying, okay? So more secrets, more confessions. And then later on, we'll also get out tiles, charms, and astrology dice to get extra confirmation and info out for you. And as always, we will end today's reading with a short message from Universe just for you, okay? That's to help do a reset and bring your energy back to you again. So I highly recommend you stick around until the end. We're going to get going here. If you find yourself resonating with today's message, please hit that like button to let me know and subscribe. That way you won't miss out on any future readings. Okay, so let's get into it, you guys. We have the comic, the riddle, and the ocean. We have Chiron, lead. South Node, stick to your comfort zone. 10th house, keep it professional. Dragonfly, otter, and butterfly. All right, so starting us out strong with some notes of confirmation, we have lots of air sign energy coming out here with these two cards, a little bit of water sign energy. So you or your person could have important Gemini, Libra, Aquarius placements, or Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. We have more water energy here with the ocean, and even the riddle is kind of reminding me of air energy. So air and water could be important. Also, maybe take a look at your South Node placements. What is your South Node, as well as what's going on with your 10th house, because those could be clues here in this connection. I'm also noticing notes of Saturn here with lead, and then of course Chiron. So lots of astrology references to get us started here. But anyway, the secrets, what your person does not want you to know, that they hide from you. Number one being that your person is a lot more deep and emotional and sensitive than they really care for you to know, okay? This person probably comes across as the life of the party, the social butterfly, the type of person who is always light and casual, nonchalant, having a good time. They might always be cracking jokes. They might be the comedian of the friend group, or the type of person that, again, is always trying to come across as maybe only wanting to be seen for their superficial qualities. Like, they tend to keep things light in relationships. They don't like deep conversations, or they try to keep things casual. Let's talk about the weather, not the meaning of life, that type of person. But the interesting thing here is that they're actually a lot more deep and complex than I think they've let most people in on. Why they're choosing to do this, I'm not sure. I'll check it out with the tarot. We'll see if anything comes out. Could be that your person is afraid of their own inner depths. You know, one indicator that I'm seeing here as to why maybe they tend to keep things light and casual is because your person has a lot of painful energy that they have not transmuted, that they've kind of just suppressed. It's almost like, because if you think of lead is very heavy. Lead is very heavy and dense, right? And if you think of like a piece of paper or like a feather, something like that, representing the pain or the negative experiences your person has had, it's almost like instead of setting it free and releasing it and letting it go and acknowledging it's there, they've chosen to take a big rock or a big chunk of lead and smash it on top of it instead, like to pretend it's not there. Avoid it at all cost. avoid your heavy feelings at all costs. So let's just be the life of the party. Let's just keep ourselves distracted with fun events and always, socializing and going out and having fun and keeping things light, casual, and lighthearted. So we don't have to deal with the heavier emotions that are going on inside or the complexities that they feel within themselves. For some reason, your person is really wanting to avoid that, maybe because it's just their comfort zone. I just heard dissociation. So it could be that early into your person's life, they've decided to dissociate, or maybe that's their trauma response. You guys, I'm not an expert and I'm just a reader on YouTube. So you don't have to take any of what I say as concrete evidence. Please don't. If the reading doesn't resonate, let it fly. Okay. But I'm getting messages that this person, this might be a trauma response to them to some degree. Maybe they had a turbulent or chaotic childhood or early adulthood or something. And so your person learned early into their life that in order to escape the heavier feeling stuff, they could dissociate from it, almost pretend that it's not there, and focus on what felt lighter to them, like, socializing with friends, or, going to parties, or cracking jokes and stuff like that. Talking about the weather felt safer to them, and to dissociate from the heavy stuff, avoid it, not talk about it, felt safer to them. So it could be like a trauma response of some kind that your person has. Also, I'm seeing that they're very resistant to change, and I heard that they delude themselves, okay? And, don't think I'm coming at your person right now, because that's really not my intention. Like I said, the point of the reading was to reveal secrets, things that they do not tell you, things that they keep to themselves. And I think they also delude themselves. They keep a lot of this a secret, even from them. They pretend that it's not there. Dissociation and repression can sometimes be like a fog that you can't see past. And, I know from personal experience, I have repressed things. It's almost like you get amnesia, or you forget that it's there when you're repressing something. Almost like you don't even know what ever happened, right? And your person could have maybe a bit of that, where it's like they have convinced themselves so much that something didn't happen, that it's almost like a fog or an illusion. And again, this person could also be resistant to change. They like to stay in their comfort zone. They like to keep things professional, light, and casual. And to have to change so dramatically and unpack all of this stuff that they've been avoiding for so long is scary to them. So again, they try to keep things light, casual, superficial, instead of diving deeper into what's going on in their head and their heart. So that is what I'm seeing here. It's interesting because these secrets don't seem to have too much to do with you. So I'm not going to, jump to conclusions here or anything. We'll see what comes out in the tarot. But I would say, for the most part, from what I can see already, it doesn't seem like your person keeps like heavy secrets from you. I'm not getting anything crazy like cheating or something like that. It's mostly your person is keeping secrets about themselves from you. And I'm not saying that's okay, because in relationships, in connections, honesty is very important with trust. And openness and vulnerability is so important in building a truly intimate relationship and connection. So I hope for your person's sake that they do some of this inner work and this healing. Okay, hold on. These two cards wanted to pop. So let's see what else here. What else is this person not telling you? Hold on, because they also just showed me the Tower. Yep, and then things are kind of like spider webbing for a second, you guys, so just give me a moment. Okay, there we go. I'll fix this all in a minute, you guys. I'm not gonna leave it a hot mess like this. Oh, geez, okay. What was that? Okay, all right, let's fix this. It's a mess. All right, so first up, We have the Page of Wands and the Two of Cups. Those came out together. Looks like we have sections coming out in today's spread, so I'm here for it. Ooh, okay. Yep. It's making sense. It's making sense. All right, let's kind of straighten this up a bit. Okay, so we have the Page of Wands and the Two of Cups, the Seven of Pentacles, the Tower, and the Ten of Cups, and then we have the Knight of Cups and the Page of Cups. It was like not translating for me here, because it's the knights are movements in this deck, the pages are innocence, so I had to, anyway. Okay, first of all, lots of water energy coming through here again, so very watery energy. This person's very emotional. Truly they are. They're very sensitive, very emotional, very loving. They do have very deep undertones of romantic energy towards you. Maybe they have a tough time expressing that. What I'm getting here is that this person wants more from you. They want more from this relationship, this connection. And they could be thinking about initiating something here with you. You know, depending on what your background is with this person, where you're currently at with each other romantically, they are likely thinking about initiating things, getting taken to the next level, or deep in their heart, they are desiring to have a relationship with you. So if you're not together, and this person is keeping you at arm's length, it could be that their fears of what's going to happen if they go all in, are keeping them from moving it forward with you. In fact, that's more than likely the case, okay? Because with the Tower, Seven of Pentacles and Ten of Cups, I'm having a message come through that this person is terrified that they are going to build something with you, that they're going to build it all up and then watch it come crashing down. Imagine with me, focus on the images of these cards with me for a moment. Imagine that the Ten of Cups is like, the energy of the Ten of Cups is in this tree right here with the Seven of Pentacles, okay? They've built a life with you. The two of you have built a happy fairy tale ending with each other, and everything is beautiful and perfect, and you've grown as time has gone on. Years have passed by. And then all of a sudden it comes crashing down. Lightning strikes this tree and it all comes crumbling down before your person's eyes. This is a secret they keep from you. This is a fear that they have, and it's a very real and deep fear that everything is going to be great. You're going to build a life together. You're going to have a happy life and relationship with one another, and then one day out of nowhere, it's just going to come crashing down. I think that is your person's deepest fear in this connection, is that it's going to be beautiful and then that's going to be taken away from them. And so if they are keeping you at arm's length, I think it could be that fear that is causing that. They're afraid of losing it. They're afraid of having something beautiful and then watching that get taken away from them. And I'm not saying this fear is valid or there's any evidence that this is actually going to happen between the two of you, but this is something that goes through your person's head. And it's something that they might not talk about with you because they're afraid. But I think your person honestly is really afraid of getting hurt. They're afraid of loss. And so almost as like a self-defense mechanism, a protective measure, they might try to keep things light with you or casual with you, or they might not want to talk about the deeper stuff because they're afraid if they give you their whole heart, it'll get taken away from them. And the thought of having to deal with that pain is intense for them. It's too much. And unfortunately, sometimes in connections, that's kind of like a self-fulfilling prophecy, right? If you don't come into a connection with vulnerability and honesty and emotional depth, it's the lack of that emotional intimacy that can sometimes push people away from us. So unfortunately for your person, it seems like it's a bit of a self-fulfilling prophecy. They're afraid of getting too close to you, because they're going to get hurt, but by keeping you at arm's length or not going all in and going for it, it might end up pushing you away anyway. So yeah, your person's got some stuff that they need to unpack, and I hope they're able to do that and do that healing work. Inner work is so important, not just, to be in a relationship with someone, but so that you can interact with yourself authentically, interact with the world with authenticity. To know yourself is such a beautiful gift, and to, want to go through that healing process is so beautiful. And I hope your person gets to that point where they stop shutting everyone out, shutting their feelings out, and allow themselves to really shine and to glow. Anyway, with the Knight of Cups and the Page of Cups, your person really wants to give you more. They really do. With every bit of them inside, they want to be able to bring more to you, to give you more of their heart, to let this romantic energy in with its full force of energy. But at the center of all this is that fear. At the center of all of this here that they want with you, the closeness, the intimacy, the lifelong connection, the beautiful future you could build with each other, is this fear that might be stopping them from allowing it to happen. They're putting up their own blockage because they're afraid. They're afraid of letting it in and then losing it, basically. So what we're going to do next is get out some channeled messages from your person to you. I do feel like I'm actually going to do an extended for today's reading. I wasn't planning on it, but I want to see what's coming in the future of this connection. And I really want to see whether or not this person is going to do the work and heal from this and allow this to flow between the two of you or not. So if you want to know what comes next in this connection, check out the extended. I'll put a link below in the description box and the pinned comment. You can also find it directly on my Patreon if you would like to. But for now, we're going to get some channeled messages out from them to you. The songs of the day are Lifetime by Justin Bieber, and we have King and Sway by Blue October. For those of you that are new or haven't watched any of my pop-ups lately, I have tons of song bracelets I've made, and I pull a couple out at random for each of our pop-up readings. So those were the songs that were pulled for us here today. If you'd like to listen to them when we're all done here. Okay, I wish I could take back my words. I want to feel that way again. Your person really wants to be able to feel these emotions towards you, but they're afraid. Do you see how that came out on the table like this, upside down? I'm almost going to take it in the reverse position because that's a fear that they have. Okay. All right, so let's talk about that. I'm going to get my other deck out too. Oh, okay. Hello. Whew. It almost spilled all over the place. I'm glad it didn't. Would have been a mess. Okay. I wish I could take back my words. I want to feel that way again. We both know I'm not the one for you. This is coming from their shadow self, okay? I don't think they really think this. This is their fear. We also have, I'm so attracted to you. So what I'm getting here is that this person really wants you. They really want this connection to work. They really want this to happen. They feel so good and such a pure energy when with you. But they're afraid one day you're going to turn around and say that you don't love them or you don't feel the same. Again, this is speaking about your person's fear that they're going to go all in and they're going to have something beautiful with you, and then it's all going to be taken away from them. They're really afraid of that. Honestly, I hope your person gets some help with this, because that's horrible to feel this way. That's horrible. Okay. I only want you. You're my sun, moon, and stars, and I'm looking for answers. I don't think this is directed at you. I think this is about themselves. Get out of my head. These thoughts, it's they're get these thoughts out of my head, this negative energy, these fears. Your person doesn't want to feel this way. They recognize at some level that it's not healthy for them to always be afraid, to not want to move on, because they're scared, or not to, what was I saying? To not move forward because they're afraid. They recognize that that's not good for them. They might actually be seeking out help or looking for answers on how to feel better. They could be going to therapy or counseling or talking to people about this, or they might be researching things like attachment issues or shadow work or inner healing. They might be taking a proactive stance on that. I certainly hope they are. But anyway, let's get out some tiles and charms next. Where am I setting things? There we go. This will be for bonus confirmation, insight, and information, okay? It's also gonna get a little bit loud, so if that bothers you, turn your volume down. I'm gonna roll these 3 times. You may see specific astrological placements for you or your person. We have Virgo, Sun, and South Node. Virgo, Sun, and South Node. We have Taurus, Moon, and Saturn. Taurus, Moon, and Saturn. And we have Sagittarius, South Node, and Sun. Okay? Perfect. Let's get out some charms next. All right. Oh, we have a bead from one of my bracelets. Huh. Okay. Oh, all right. Well, there it goes. All right. Win. I saw that right away. Wins. Yeah, this person does want to win. They really do want success here. Okay, so we have W-I-N-S-T-Y and V, okay? The first charm I saw right away was it almost looks like a Cinderella carriage or whatever it is. You know, when she turns the pumpkin into like a little carriage type thing. It reminds me of that. I don't know if that's what it's supposed to be. Probably not. But anyway, to me, I get the energy of this person feeling like this could be a fairy tale, or they've always hoped for like a fairy tale happy ending, but they're afraid of having it and then losing it again. Your person is fearful. We also have the whale, so they have these deep emotions, okay? But your person may have like a wounded feminine energy, okay? They might not have like a healed feminine energy to them. They're afraid of their emotions. They deny their emotions. They don't let them flow. We also have the moon and the owl. The nighttime could be important. This is a moth as well, I believe. So the nighttime hours could be important in this connection. Maybe that's when your person does a lot of thinking about you. And then we have like a sunflower or daisy. I also just heard brown-eyed Susan, which is a flower that looks like this. So somebody could have brown eyes. Their name could also be Susan. Okay. Anyway, let's get you a personal message out next before we do the extended, you guys. This is to reset your energy and focus. So if you want to grab a glass of water or take a minute, you're welcome to. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. We are back. We're going to get started with your first personal message and then hop into your affirmation. The vibrations of my being influence the universe. Everything vibrates and is communicating, reacting, and responding, and integrating with other vibrating things. Once you begin to offer your vibrations on purpose, now you are in absolute control of your experience. And then your affirmation is, today I am persistent. Nothing will stop me from accomplishing my goals. Nothing will stand in the way of my happiness. And I invite you to affirm it with me by commenting it down below if you would like to. I'm going to go ahead and leave this part of the reading here and hop into the extended, where we'll talk about the future of your person and this connection. So I hope to see you over there, but if you're leaving me here today, I want to thank you so much again for being a part of the channel. I hope you have a blessed rest of your day or night, and until next time, bye for now.